Dear students, UPSC Prelims examination is on May 28th. With around 6 months left for the examination, you can still clear this examination if you follow the right strategy. In this video, I am going to share with you 4 essential things, if implemented, will ensure that you clear the prelims examination. My name is Anand Ramapudran and welcome to Ekam IAS. First things first, you have to build concept clarity in 7 subjects: economy, polity, history, geography, environment, science and technology. These are the core 6 subjects which are there for your prelims as well as for your mains. So it will be highly productive when you're investing time in this. Now apart from this, to clear the prelims examination, you need to build concept clarity in CSAT. In recent years, as you must already be knowing, CSAT has become difficult, and instead of a qualifying paper, it has become now an eliminating paper. Now, I want you to invest your time in CSAT, and my pro tip would be to focus more on the numerical aptitude, because if you invest your time in it, you can be sure that you have got the right answer. Anyway, the first step that will ensure that you clear the examination is to build concept clarity in these 7 subjects. Now, while studying each of these subjects, you have to make sure few things. One, you are studying this subject from the perspective of the UPSC. Now, how can you do this? By going through the previous questions. So, when you are studying, say, a topic like money and banking based on or from the subject economy, make sure you solve the previous year questions from that topic. And on top of this video, somewhere here in this video, you will be able to link to the previous year question segregation. So find that segregation and get the questions based on money and banking. And after studying this particular subject or area, money and banking, go through the previous year questions and try to solve it. If you are able to solve it, you have studied the subject in a right manner. Okay. Similarly, when you are studying a particular subject, you should be doing it in a revisable form, because this is very, very important. Just creating knowledge will not make sure that you, or just going through these topics will not make sure that you remember it. And remembering concepts are required to find the right answer for the prelims examination. You cannot afford to be confused while sitting or while solving this prelims paper. Okay, so cover the 7 subjects, solve the previous year questions and study them in a revisable manner, and make sure you have your own notes so that you can revise it different times or multiple times later in your preparation. Okay, first time or first round of studying these subjects is going to take a bit of time, but if you have your own notes, the later rounds will become easier. Okay, so focus on each subject based on the syllabus and focus on those areas. This is the first step out of 4 that you need to do so that you can clear the examination, the prelims examination. The second one is current affairs. Now, the initial first step I mentioned, the static syllabus, it's based on the syllabus, based on the concept clarity. You have to build the concept clarity. Now, apart from this, when we look at the prelims examination, there are basically 2 types of questions. One, they are asking a particular question, it is based on the syllabus or it is based on a previous year question they have asked, and there is no particular reason why they are asking that question in that particular year. Okay, so to answer this, you need to do the first step. Now, there is a second type of question, second type of prelims questions. They are dynamic questions. They are related with the current events. Either they are directly related with the current affair, or they are questions from static area, but they are asking it in that particular year because it is related with the current events. Okay, so these 2 type of the questions, many people miss out that second type of question I told you. They will consider it as a static question. Rather it is, why are they asking it in that particular year? It's because it's related with the current events. Maybe like say right now at this time of recording this video, the election commission is in news because there is a case going on in the Supreme Court, and there's a high chance that they will ask concept related with the appointment of chief election commission officer or anything related with that particular area from the polity subject. So there are current affair questions, either direct current affairs or there are they are related with the syllabus. So when you prepare current affairs, rather than just mugging up these things from say newspaper or magazine or like a monthly magazine or anything, focus these current affairs or link it with the static portion syllabus. This is very, very important. You have to link the current affairs with the static portion syllabus and you have to revise it multiple times. So basically when we look at this prelims question, the current affair questions, some of those questions are from the immediate 1 year, and sometimes they go as much as 2 years and 2.5 years. There will be 4 to 5 questions from the contemporary issues that has been in news for the past 2 or 2.5 years. So many people miss out on these areas. Since the competition is becoming tight, I want you to focus on those areas as well. The major contemporary issues that has been in news for the past 2.5 years, link those areas with the link those current events with the syllabus and focus on those areas of the syllabus. There's a high chance that they will be asking question based on that particular part of the syllabus. So this is the second step. So far we have seen 7 static subjects and the current affairs, linking it with the static portion syllabus. Now if you do these 2 things, you will create enough knowledge, so much so that you can clear the prelims examination. But let me tell you, knowledge is not enough to clear the prelims examination. You need to understand UPSC. You need to create a certain set of skills so that you can clear the examination. This is where practicing what you have learned becomes important. So the third step that you need to complete before giving your prelims examination is practicing UPSC standard mock test. Now UPSC questions, unlike various other questions out there or unlike various other examinations like PSC or SSC, they're not focused on the factual areas. It is true there are certain questions that are focused on facts, but predominantly the questions are focused on the logic or the application level of that question. They're not expecting you to simply remember the facts. Rather, you should be able to apply what you have learned into the question. When you're solving the prelims question paper, the answer is right in front of you. With whatever you have studied, applying those logic into that question should be able to find the right answer. Now, in order to do this, you need to practice enough number of mock tests. And when practicing these questions, it should be UPSC standard questions. Otherwise, what happens is that our expectation will be different. When you're solving a UPSC level question, the way you're going to find the answer for those questions using different strategies like elimination or the analogy or different strategies you use, it will be relevant to the UPSC examination, the prelims examination. So make sure you solve UPSC standard prelims test, mock test, and this will teach you time management. This will teach you how to even write or how to find right answers for those questions which you don't know the answer properly. Let me tell you this, no matter how much you study, you will only be knowing around 30 to 40 questions. Now for beginners, this is an advantage. The reason is, no matter how many those veterans out there who have been preparing for the examination for many number of years, and you, the beginners, they are also there is a level playing field between both these category of students. Okay, so if you develop certain set of skills just by knowing 30 to 40 questions, you will be able to clear the examination. But if you answer only those 30 or 40 questions which you know the answer properly, be assured it's difficult for you to clear the examination. Rather, you should be able to apply the logic, what you have studied in the first and second step, the 7 static subjects and the current affairs. So you should be able to apply that knowledge and take a guess at the right answer. And this probability of guessing at the right answer, you have to increase it. And how can you do that? By solving UPSC standard mock test. So I hope the 3 steps are clear for you, and don't write the prelims examination without doing the 3rd step. Don't just focus on creating knowledge. Many students make this mistake. They just focus on accumulating more and more knowledge. They study more and more material out there, more and more subjects out there, but they will not revise or nor they will practice these things they have studied. So this is a huge mistake. So make sure you give due importance to practicing what you have learned by applying it in the mock test. Now moving on to the 4th step, UPSC previous year questions. UPSC previous year questions. Now many people again miss out on this one simple step. This is actually a guideline given to you by UPSC. See, these are the set of previous year questions. You have to study areas based on these previous year questions. If you study a particular subject, but it is like easily you can go in depth into the subject. You can stray away from what UPSC is expecting from you. In order to make sure your preparation is streamlined, you don't have to study everything that is not required for the UPSC examination. Now, how are you going to judge what is required and what is not required? By analyzing the previous questions, right? So, streamline your preparation based on the previous year questions. Now, another reason why these previous year questions are important is that when you solve the UPSC prelims previous year questions, you will get to know UPSC. Knowing UPSC and knowing and understanding the mindset of the question setter is very important to crack this examination. Earlier I told you, no matter how much you study, you will only be knowing 30 to 40 questions. Consider all 40 questions are right. Okay, still you are only getting 80 marks. Difficult for you to clear the exam, right? This is where making that right guess, right, increasing the probability of your guesswork comes into play. So the 3rd step, as I told you, the mock test will help you in that regard. And the 4th step, the previous year question, will help you to know the question setter's mindset and the pattern in which UPSC is asking questions. So solving enough previous year questions will make sure the probability of your guesswork, the probability of your guesswork increases. So these are the core 4 steps. If implemented properly, that will ensure you that you clear the prelims examination. And because these 4 steps are very important, our course Focus Prelims, the exclusive course for your prelims examination, is based on these 4 strategies. Initially, we will make sure that you have concept clarity in those 7 subjects. Suppose if you are reading newspaper, if you are reading newspaper without your concept clarity in the static portion of the syllabus, it will be difficult for you to judge which topic is important, which is not, and what are the areas to focus on. So initially, if you study the static areas, and then if you go to the current affairs, you will be easily able to understand the current affairs and link those current affairs with the static portion syllabus. So through Focus Prelims, we cover the 7 subjects based on the video lectures as well as study material. So these classes can be seen at your convenience. You don't have to sacrifice anything, your location or whether you have a job or you have a family responsibilities. None of those things now stopping you from preparing for the prelims examination. You can prepare at your convenience. Around 300 hours of video lectures with 4 months. If you are dedicated to your preparation, you will be able to complete the entire 7 subjects with just 3.5 to 4 months. Now afterwards, you will be able to watch and understand all the current affairs. We provide 2.5 years of coverage of current affairs, and they will be divided into subjects. So once you study a particular subject, for example, from economy, you are studying external sector, the concepts you have studied. So you can go to the current affair plus section and learn the current affairs from the external sector. So which means that you are studying the concept, then you are studying the current affairs. But without studying the external sector concepts, if you are going to study the current affairs, you're not going to understand. When you're reading, say, magazine, when you're reading newspaper, this is what it becomes difficult, and you will be losing your time. So if you join this Focus Prelims program, the static portion can be easily linked with the current affairs because we provide both these videos together for you. So everything you need to create that knowledge will be in one place. And moreover that, you don't have to read any standard textbook or NCERT because we will be giving you material, and this material has previous year questions in it. So one topic you are studying and all the previous year questions from that topic, our expert faculties will be discussing it through the video lectures, and in study material also we will be including those previous year questions. So you see the video classes, gain concept clarity from one topic, then you go to the material, read that, make notes and solve the previous year questions in the material. From that much area is clear for you. Then based on this topic, you can practice mock test. We will be providing you sectional test based on these syllabus. So by studying a particular topic through video lectures, material, previous year questions and mock test, that will be thorough for you. And if you're creating the notes with you, you can easily revise this at least 3 to 4 times before the prelims examination with this remaining 6 months. Apart from this, as I told you, we'll be providing you the current affairs. There will be material as well as there will be classes also. Also, we'll be providing you 30 mock tests. UPSC standard mock test. They are not too easy, neither they are tough. They are exactly like UPSC. There will be test series provided for CSAT, for current affairs, for GS, and there will be revision test provided for each of these core subjects, including the CSAT. Apart from this, you can download the previous year question segregation from our website free of cost. And these previous year questions, the faculty will be discussing it in the classroom sessions. So you will be preparing, or your preparation will be streamlined based on this previous year questions. Everything you need is in this one place. Everything you need to clear the prelims examination is included in Focus Prelims. If you are interested to join this program, you can click the link given in the description. You can read everything we have given there regarding this course. Also, you can watch our UPSC topper for 2021, Ayush Baduria, how he used this course Focus Prelims to clear the examination. And if you are interested to join, you can book a session with us and we will give you a customized or personalized strategy for you. You can have a one-on-one session of 30 minutes duration with us and we will help you how you can proceed further and how you can take forward your UPSC preparation. I hope you have liked this video. Once again, the 4 steps that you need to do so that you can ensure that you clear the prelims examination. First thing, cover the 7 static subjects. Second, cover the current affairs and link the current affairs with the static portion syllabus. Third, practice enough UPSC standard mock test. And fourth one, streamline your preparation based on the previous year questions. So all those who are appearing for the UPSC Prelims 2023, On behalf of Ekam IAS and personally, I wish you all the very best. Down your preparation journey, anywhere if you feel you need a support, feel free to contact us and we'll be glad to help you. Thank you for watching.